Fair TV. I'm Prevail Omosue. Our guest on Fair TV today is the All Progressive Congress candidate for the Delta South Senatorial District. He's a leader, a father, a tutor, a chartered accountant, philanthropist, one who has consumed himself to light the society. He is Honorable Joel-Onowakpo Thomas, popularly known as JOT. Thank you for joining us today. So before we delve right into the question, can you tell the people more about yourself?
Okay, my Deltans South Senatorial District people, I want to, first of all, thank you people. Good morning to all of you. I appreciate you for the support that you've given to me in the last few days that I've been going around the nook and cranny of Deltans South Senatorial District. My name is Joel-Onowakpo Thomas. I'm a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. I'm also a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Taxation. I have an MBA in tech management, and I'm a proud alumni of the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. I am an Izo Isoko man who lived in the creeks and now live in the land. I was at one time the chairman of Isoko South Local Government, and I was also the executive chairman Delta State Board of Internal Revenue before I became the state coordinator, Federal Revenue Services, in charge of Rivers, Edo, and Delta.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, so the first question I have for you today is what motivated your desire to run for the Senate office?
One of the things that I've always had in the back of my mind is my environment, my people. And I'm a believer that one is created to this world for service. And when I look around Delta State, when I look around Nigeria, when I look around my environment, I can confidently say that there's something that's missing. Something that's missing. More importantly, in Delta South Senatorial District, where I came from, I left the creeks some 30 years ago. When I went back to the creeks to campaign, the truth is that nothing has changed. Government has always been paying lip service to the people. The little time I spent in public service, the records are there. I like change. I like development. And I think that it is time to make that happen for Delta South Senatorial District. So to put it more precisely, I'm running for Delta South Senatorial District because I want to do those things that the people have been yearning for. The development they've been yearning for, the healthcare that they've been yearning for, the education that they've been yearning for, the unemployment that is ravaging everywhere, how we can address it, how we can be of service to the people, not to ourselves. That's one of the things that motivated me to run for this office.
Okay, so what political background do you have to aid this your desire?
Well, I was one time chairman of Isoko South Local Government, board member of Delta State Board of Internal Revenue, executive chairman Delta State Board of Internal Revenue, and I was a deputy director, Federal Revenue Services, before retiring from the service. I have been involved extensively in political activities from year 2000 to date. I was the chairman, PDP campaign committee in 2015 to elect Senator Okowa in Isoko South Local Government.
Okay, sir. So in this race of Senate, what makes you stand better than other candidates vying for the same position?
Well, if you look at me, even you will agree, physically first. We'll talk about the intrinsic values. But you need to look at the outward values of the person before you look at the intrinsic value. Physically first, you will agree with me that I'm the best of candidates. Secondly, in terms of education, I want to also say that I'm the best, most well-read among all of them. Most well-read among all of them. Thirdly, in terms of work experience, I'm also the best out of all of them. You understand that? So when you look at all these things, you will agree with me that this job needs somebody that has experience. You don't need timid people to go to that National Assembly because they will end up working for their pocket and not working for the people. You need somebody who knows the difference between working for the people and working for their pocket. My records are there in the Delta State Board of Internal Revenue. You can go and verify that. I'm not one man who will think about working for my pocket. I'm thinking about working for the people. So it is me and me alone that is the most qualified for this position. Every other person I say around parading themselves wants to go there and work for their pocket. Ask them, what did they do with the position they are occupying now? I am a performer. I am a seasoned administrator. They don't have that experience. You understand that? You can go out, there's no need telling you that I'm an honest man or I'm a performer. That will be trying to blow my trumpet. You go and look at what I've done with the position that was given to me for 5.5 years. And go and ask those who have given position to for 8 years, what have they done for the people? What have you done with the position that was given to you in your area of influence? When I was chairman of the Delta State Board of Internal Revenue, Delta State Board of Internal Revenue was the MDA to talk about. The best and well-managed MDA in Delta State, sought after. You understand? I say this again. In 5.5 years, not up to 5.5, because I stayed in those offices for about 2.5 years before I left. So that means I built the headquarter office in Board of Internal Revenue that is in Airport Road within that period and stayed inside it. I built 25 offices across the state for the 25 local governments within that period. I built the head office annex in Asaba, in Summit Road, that people are enjoying today. And I built a data recovery center in Koko. But let me tell you something. I was shocked when I went to Koko to campaign and discovered that office, data recovery center that we built, they are not using it because they don't even know what it was made for. You understand? So what I'm trying to tell you is that it's not just sitting here and telling you that, oh, I'm an honest man, rest of them. No, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. I've worked in places. Ask those who are contesting. I don't want to mention names. Some of them are occupying a very sensitive position that can develop our environment. What have they done with it? If somebody has not been able to do something with what has been given to you, why do you want to give him more? So the question is, what principle are you bringing to? I am a performer. I am honest to myself, and I'm honest to you. And I will do what I've told you I'm going to do. If I'm not going to do it, I'm also going to tell you I'm not going to do it. I'm passionate about the development of my environment because this is the environment in which we live. We cannot leave it for others to develop.
Current situation of Delta State in terms of developments.
Are you happy with what is happening in Delta State? And so if you are not happy, it simply means I'm also not happy. Like I said earlier on, the people we have in government today does not know the difference between working for the people and working for their pocket. Delta State is a rich state. You understand? There's no need paying lip service to what you ought to do. Now, if you look at our state of roads, there's not the right to me about. If you look at our healthcare, there's not the right to me about. If you look at our schools, there's not the right to me about. So what is it in Delta State that we are happy with the huge resources that Delta State has? So to answer your question precisely, I am not happy. If I was happy, I have no business contesting an election because I'm not happy. I left the PDP in 2018 because I was not happy. And I told the governor that I'm not happy. And I'm leaving the PDP because what is happening today in PDP is not going to lead us anywhere. Those who were telling me that what decision I was taking was not right, some of them are leaving now. Why are they leaving now? If they had known, they would have left long ago. I would have had that change in Delta State. What we have now is not government. I think they've turned the state to a kind of cult arrangement. This is not governance again. So I'm not happy.
Okay, so with the deplorable condition of the states, do you think it's possible for your APC gubernatorial candidate to revive the state when elected as governor? I'm talking about Senator Joel-Onowakpo.
How many times did Senator Joel-Onowakpo stay? How many years did he stay in the Senate before running for governor?
8 years now. This will be the 8th year.
Second term.
Second term.
He's a second term senator. He went the first time, and the second time he became a deputy Senate president. That means he has quality that was identified at national level. That is not Delta State. That is a house that is made up of 108 members. And they identified him that is a shining light. The governor we have today was in the Senate. What did he do? Don't get me into that argument. Senator Joel-Onowakpo is a performer. You can go to his senatorial district and look what he has done. These are the kind of people we need in the helms of affairs of our state. People who are passionate about development, not people who are thinking about forming a cult around themselves and begin to run government like a voodoo arrangement. No. So, to tell you, or to answer your question, Senator Joel-Onowakpo, who has made up his mind to contest this election to be the governor of Delta State, is the good thing that has happened to Delta State. Delta State should not play with this chance. Please. They should hold it with their two hands and make sure that they elect him so that we can have that desired change and development in Delta State. If Joel-Onowakpo becomes the governor of Delta State, considering what he has done in the Delta South Senatorial District, he'll even do more. He is a legislator, don't forget. He has only lawmaking and oversight functions. Understand that? And that's what he has used. But for a governor who has an executive power, I know he will even do much more.
What's your advice to Delta South people and Deltas at large concerning the forthcoming elections?
Okay, my advice to my good people of Delta South Senatorial District, the Izos, the Shetris, the Isukus, and the Robos, is to go out en masse on the 25th of February to elect their president, their senator, and their House of Rep members. And I will encourage them to go there and vote APC. Vote APC all the way. Voting APC is a sure guarantee for efficient and effective development in the Delta South Senatorial District. I am also letting them know that let them not be intimidated. INEC and the law enforcement agencies has put enough in place to checkmate violence and rigging of election. Go there and vote APC. Stay in the polling unit until your vote is counted and the result is known. Stand by and secure your vote. Do not join hands in the violence in the polling units. If you identify anyone or anyone is about to occur, please report to the policeman or the law enforcement agent in that polling unit to take immediate action. Vote APC on the 25th. And on the 11th of March, we are voting for our governors and our House of Assembly members. Delta State, I want to beg you people profusely that let us not continue to do the same thing the same way and expect a different result. It's only somebody who doesn't know what he wants that will do that. We have tried this experiment for 24 years and it has led us to nowhere. On that day, please, on the 11th, vote APC as your governor and vote APC as your House of Assembly member. Once you do those things for us, like we always say it in our campaign, 5 all over 5. When you do those things for us, be rest assured that we'll give you that leadership, efficient and effective leadership that Delta State wants. Vote APC and vote APC all the way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I remain your reporter, Prevail Omosiwe.